Auburn's got a big game Saturday against the 9-time reigning national champions. They haven't lost a game since, I think, 2008, I think, is the last time Oklahoma. Hang on. Let me check my notes, Zach. Let me check. Okay, that's not the case. But my Lord, their fans sure are acting like they haven't lost a game since the Obama administration. Their fans are out in full force. Their fans don't think Auburn's going to get a first down in the game Saturday.
Yeah, and national media is supporting it. National media and the Oklahoma fan base are in lockstep.
Yep. You
think they're an old boy band because they're so in sync, if you will.
Oh, that's rough. And look, I'm reminded of 2004. No, I appreciate the joke. That's bad. Good. That's a good.
No, let's not spend any more time on it. It was bad.
I like it. I got flashbacks to 2004 when they had no business being in the national championship game in 2004. No business in it whatsoever. Because Auburn should have been there, and it would have been a much better game if Auburn had been there in 2004. But anyway, that's a long time ago. It's a long time. It's 21 years ago. That what happened in 2004 doesn't matter. Could I submit to you and to the Auburn fans watching and to the Oklahoma fans lurking that not only does what happened 20 years ago not matter, what happened in the Sugar Bowl at the end of the 2016 season doesn't matter. What happened last year at Jordan-Hare Stadium doesn't matter. What happened the first 3 weeks of this year against Baylor, Ball State, and South Alabama, and against checks notes, Illinois State, Michigan, and Temple does not matter.
Illinois is a state, though.
At least Illinois is a state. That's a good point.
Yeah.
They're the Redbirds, too. So both teams have faced a Redbird Midwestern team.
All right.
That's cool.
That's so cool.
It's so great.
It's so cool. Common opponent? Kind of?
Yeah, well, no. Hey, Ball State or Illinois State, who would win?
Probably Illinois State, but I have no clue.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If I could leave everybody with one thing, like if you stop watching after 3 minutes of the show today, don't. We'd appreciate it if you wouldn't. If you just, put it on mute and let it keep rolling because it counts. It would be this. It would be this. Just none of it matters. As much as we want it to matter, Zach, as much as, if Illinois plays this way against not Illinois, Oklahoma. Stop it. If Oklahoma plays like this against, doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
Well, if Auburn plays the way, nope, doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
Fresh set of preparation, fresh set of notes, fresh set of everything. Brand new. Moving forward, not looking back. We look back so much in this industry.
Right.
Doesn't do a bit of good. Does not matter. What's relevant about last year's game at Jordan-Hare Stadium to this year's game? What's relevant?
Well, I mean, I think there's more of an argument for last year's game than any of the other games you mentioned.
Okay.
And I think they pointed in Auburn's direction. It was close, and Auburn's roster is significantly better, especially on offense. And I mean, everybody's like freaking out about the defense, and I'm like, I think the defense it's like the same defense. So we'll see. Now the other side of it is Oklahoma's revamped their offense, new quarterback, new coordinator. They're healthier.
Mm-hmm.
But the rosters are closer, assuming they're both at full strength. Like the rosters are closer now than they were a year ago. Now Oklahoma was banged up, but Auburn had that game won. They just had a quarterback that had no clutch factor whatsoever. And now I think they do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, no, I do a lot. You know, when Oklahoma fans started to gather a little bit of their swagger back, I mean, it was during a stretch last year where they went 2-6 after the month of September.
Okay.
2-6. One of those two wins was against who? And they started getting a little swagger back after that win. Who was it against? You know who it was against. It's another group of people who lurk on our show.
Oh, Bama?
Yeah, it was against Alabama.
We were pulling for him. That's great.
Can you oh no, we absolutely did. We celebrated it. Can you remind me who quarterbacked Oklahoma to that win?
Jackson Arnold.
And can you remind me, and specifically remind the Oklahoma people lurking on the show today, who he plays for now?
He's Auburn's starting quarterback.
And how did he engineer that win over Alabama's vaunted defense?
He ran the ball exactly 3 million times.
Exactly 3 million times. And for precisely how many yards?
Exactly 2 million.
Right. 3 million carries, 2 million yards. Not a great yards per carry average.
No, but he got the job done.
But he got the job done. Exactly. And I just think you're going to see more of that. So to kind of take it down just a little bit, in all seriousness, as you start talking about this game, how important is time of possession in your mind? Because to me, I think it's huge.
It is huge. And I think Auburn has the infrastructure to have a ball control offense with Jackson Arnold's legs, with the return of Damari Alston. We're all assuming he'll play on Saturday, with Jeremiah Cobb playing the best that he has in his career because he's been given the workload. I think the most important matchup in this game is Auburn's offensive line versus Oklahoma's defensive line. If they can get that momentum going early, Auburn's O-line, and set that tone quickly, I think it does a lot. I also think you're going to see more quick passes to help Jackson Arnold out, especially early. Quick stuff to Singleton, shots to Cam Coleman, quick stuff to Malcolm Simmons, get him involved. And then Horatio Fields is going to have he's going to have his 3 or 4 8-yard receptions, and one of them will be on a 3rd and 6. It seems important. Like I'm calling it now. But yeah, as far as, this ball control offense, I think we've seen signs of it.
Yeah.
Now, Hugh Freeze is going to want to take some shots, and I think that's going to happen on Saturday. Do you hit 1 or 2 of them? And if the answer to that is yes, Auburn will win the football game.
How much pressure do you think Oklahoma tries to put? Do they bring exotic pressure, or do you think they believe, even without Mason Thomas in there for the first half of the game, which is big? We didn't mention that on yesterday's show, but that's a factor. Yeah. It's no small factor anyway for a half. Do you think they're confident early on that they can get pressure? Do you think they try early on without bringing anything exotic, or do you think he's out of the box?
Well, I think they send it.
Yeah.
I think they send it. I mean, the knock on Jackson is he can get rattled. And if that's what this coaching staff believes, who coached him a year ago, at least the head coach, 100%. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but I mean, Venables knows what Jackson isn't good against. He practiced against them and called defenses against them every day for years. And that is part of this that is a little bit concerning to me. But he didn't have Eric Singleton. He didn't have Cam Coleman. He didn't have these running backs. He didn't have this offensive line.
Right.
So once again, you're asking the question, what all matters? Does it even matter? Does any of that ever matter? I'm not entirely sure you can make the case that it does.
Right. Yep. And that's why I make the case, as hyperbolic as it was at the beginning of the show, that
how many straight national championships has Oklahoma won?
17.
Okay.
17. They're like the 70s UCLA basketball program of modern day football.
Yeah, Oklahoma all of a sudden, they saw that Texas is struggling a little bit, and they're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
We're going to be like Texas.
We're not the program that's been right around 500 for the last 3 years. No, we are the dominant force.
No, we beat a really down Michigan team. Let's go.
Yep. I'm going to let it sink in a little bit for the lurkers. We understand. I'm going to look right into the camera, look right into the old video scope, as the Macho Man used to say. I get the irony of that. It's part of the bit that we're sort of doing the same thing. All right.
Oh yeah. Right.
We're in on it. We get it. So we don't need that. We got it. But that's how they're acting 100%. They're doing it unironically. And I don't know. I think the key stat, and I'm not saying Auburn's going to go in there and win by 3 scores. Okay. What I said yesterday, and I stand by this, is just I don't see a matchup. I don't see a part of this game where I go, oh yeah, no, Auburn's cooked. They got no shot.
What matchup do you like the least for Auburn? Not that you're saying they're cooked, but what's the matchup that you're not fond of?
I think Deion Burks is a really solid playmaker. He's one of the great additions to their offense.
Yeah.
And so I think finding a match, I think their ability to find a matchup problem with him at the center of it is, yeah, that's something I got to watch very closely Saturday.
Dude, if I was playing Auburn, I'm either putting my best guy at the slot or I'm putting him out wide, and I'm running him to the middle of the field. I'm doing it over and over and over again until Auburn stops it.
Yep. You have to. I also wonder if South Alabama, like, do they take anything from South Alabama's game plan to move the quarterback? Because when you give the defensive line a stationary quarterback, they've done a really good job of collapsing the pocket, putting pressure. I mean, they were among the leaders nationally in sacks after the first 2 games. So South moved Bishop Davenport around. I don't think he was stationary maybe 25% of the time. So Mateer has good mobility, throws on the run very well. Are you moving him around every snap? Are you swinging him left or right?
If they're able to do that, Auburn's not going to be able to stop them. Auburn has to keep Mateer in the pocket.
Yeah, because you have to turn the leverage back to your defensive line. Auburn's defensive line is very good. It's the most formidable D-line they'll have faced this year.
Over Michigan?
Yeah, more so than Michigan's. I think because of the depth. I don't know. First 4, you could argue, but because of the depth and the constant rotation.
Even without Amaris, if Amaris doesn't play?
That balances it. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's a little closer.
I'm not pushing back. I'm just asking some clarifying questions. That's all. I'm not pushing back on you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just asking some questions.
I'll say Kieran has been maybe a little better than expected over the first 3 games, but this will be the best offensive line he will have faced. Any of those guys. I mean, that's the whole point. That's why none of the rest of it matters. Is this is the best D line Oklahoma's faced this year? It's the best offensive line Auburn has faced this year.
Sure.
So, but I do.
Where are you with the Auburn folks that have said that Baylor's offense is better than Oklahoma's offense?
I think their drop back passing game's better.
Okay.
But here's the question. If you're starting a team from scratch and you have first pick of either Sawyer Robertson or John Mateer, who are you taking? Now, you've seen Robertson against Auburn and SMU, 2 Power 4 teams. You've only seen Mateer against Michigan, and he was very good against Michigan.
I don't know. It's not obvious, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's nothing to get. I'm saying they're both good. I'm not saying one of them is bad. Like, to be clear here. Like, I think I have respect for both of them.
Yeah.
My gut says Mateer, but I think Sawyer Robertson's really, really good.
Yeah. I do too. Mateer just gives you more of a mobile option. He's more
some
mobile.
Of it's fit, right? Yeah, like some of it's fit. I mean, I think Oklahoma is really good if you put Sawyer Robertson there too. So I don't.
Yeah.
Mateer's situation is better than Robertson's.
Agreed. His offensive line's better. I think the Oklahoma O-line's better than the Baylor O-line.
I don't think it's close.
Baylor has good receivers. Baylor has a good number 1 running back. The depth at running back, because Baylor's got guys injured in the backfield. So depth at running back, Oklahoma. Starting running back, maybe Baylor. Maybe.
Once again, it's a situation thing. Like the fact that it's close, and I think it's easier to be a running back for Oklahoma right now.
Yeah, I
makes me think that supports your argument.
Yeah. All right. I want to continue this after you tell everybody about Roback. This is a really
Roback.com. RHOBACK.com is where you can get all of your quarter zips, all of your performance hoodies, all of your polos. It's the best polo in the game, folks. Roback.com. Use promo code BARN20 for 20% off your order today.
One of our villagers gave a testimonial for Roback, said that he tried to use the promo code And Roback told him, well, it only applies to a first-time purchase. And he had bought something a few years ago and just forgotten about it. So he just emailed him, explained what happened. And Roback said, you know what? Good call. We're going to honor your Barn 20 discount on the current order that you're trying to make.
Incredible.
So, yeah, no, wonderful customer service. They will respond to you. They will treat you the right way. So use them. There you go.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's so great.
I thought that was great. So we've talked about the running backs, and they got size at running back. We've talked about Auburn's defensive line. Let's talk about the Auburn secondary. And with Champ Anthony presumably back, and if Rashawn Pleasant is back,
yes,
and with Jay Crawford presumably back,
yes,
I don't think we're giving enough due to their absence when we talk about Auburn's secondary against South Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Jay. I mean, he left in the first half, if I remember correctly, and then after that is kind of when they started moving the football. So to act like Jay Crawford does not have an impact on a football game at this point is silly.
Yeah.
Champ, I'm really interested to see how he plays. One, his availability. You know, is he going to have that big cast on?
Yeah.
I don't love that if he's going to play with that on.
Don't like guys playing with casts.
Not DBs.
Yeah.
Nope. You got to grab.
Sure.
You got to grab. But I don't know. I just haven't been impressed with him so far. But similar to Caleb Harris, where like we've seen them be good. It's not like they got worse over the offseason.
Yeah.
So they got a prime opportunity. They got a prime opportunity on Saturday.
I have been impressed with how balanced the Oklahoma passing game has been in the wide receiver room. So they have 4 guys that have between 13 and 17 catches.
Wow.
Yeah. Burks has 17 for 225. Lewis 15 for 181. Kanik has 14 for 245. More of a big play kind of guy. And then Satania, who you remember from last year, 13 for 157. Really balanced. 4 guys that they balance throwing the ball to really well.
Yeah. Yeah. So they can pick their matchup. To me, that means they're going to go after Kay and Lee a good bit. Let's just emotionally be ready for that.
What do you think is the best way to approach this when you have 4 different playmakers at the position? Maybe not one like game breaker dynamic, but all 4 like better than average.
I think you take your lumps. Right. And I know a lot of people don't love the bend but don't break stuff. And I'm kind of there with you. But this is a game plan where it makes sense.
Yeah.
You've got to focus so much on Mateer and keeping him in the pocket. And you're going to probably have to spy guys. I think you're going to see some plays or some potential of plays from DeMarcus Riddick for that very reason. At some point, like you can't cover everything 100%. And so like I think every now and then you just got to let a guy beat you. That's just part of it. That's how you defend these dynamic offenses. They're going to win some matchups.
Yeah. And it's why red zone becomes really critical. Your red zone defense. How many times, like, and I'll go back to time of possession a little bit too on this. When you have 4 different guys, you could have 4 different possession guys. 4 different guys can make plays on first down. First down is something Auburn excelled at going into South. And then Jeremiah Cobb I feel like he had 4 runs of 10+ yards on first down to start drives last week. So Oklahoma's held the ball 33 minutes or more in all 3 of their games.
Yeah.
If they stay on the field like that and get 7, that's tough.
It's brutal.
If they stay on the field 31 minutes and they get 3, and Auburn finds a way to stay on the field 29 minutes, meaning they're staying on the field a fair amount too against a team that doesn't give up a lot, and they can get 7 instead of 3, that's how you end up with like a 17-16 type of just a slugfest, a rock fight.
The more I think about it, the lower scoring the game gets.
I agree. Yeah. I agree with that. And it's not because both sides don't have playmakers, but it's because both of these defense, I think, have the ability, if you shrink the field in the red zone, to force 3. instead of giving up 7.
Which, given Auburn's kicking situation, that's concerning.
Not inside the red zone, though.
That's fair.
Yeah, yes, outside, but not. I'm specifically in the red
fair.
zone.
How far out do you trust McPherson at this point?
40 and in.
Out to 40?
Well, yeah, because the ball's placed at that point in the 22. So he's kind of consistently said all year 20 and in, maybe 25 and in. Then you feel good about it. He's virtually automatic. He has been virtually automatic from there.
That's good.
So I go for it. Yeah. I mean, if you get the ball 25 or in, I feel okay about it.
Okay. Cool.
So I think we saw against South Alabama, too, that like on 3rd and 9, they don't mind running Jackson straight up the middle to get a manageable 4th down that you go for between.
That's
like
going to be a big part of this.
25. Yeah.
That's going to be a big part of this. When it's 3rd and 5 and you're on the Oklahoma 35, you're probably seeing play calls where it's like, if you get it, great. If not, 4th and 2s, we're going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody said on yesterday's show, I didn't expect a shout out for clock management. A funny little story from the press conference yesterday and from Tiger Talk last night. Coach Freeze mentioned that on the 3rd down on the first drive where they come back and then run Jackson up the middle and go for it on 4th down, they called timeout there because the headset didn't work. Not because they were talking strategy and wanted to talk. They knew what they wanted to do.
Oh,
so
funny.
we on the broadcast were like, how smart is this? They're calling what a great use of a timeout. It's such a good. No, the headset wasn't working. They couldn't get the play signaled in. So they had to.
That's funny.
It's still a good use of a timeout, though.
It doesn't change it. Yeah.
No, doesn't change.
Got to get the play in. Got to get the play in.
Yeah.
All right. I thought it was so. This is the first time Auburn's ever played a football game in the state of Oklahoma.
Yep.
One that kind of surprised me.
Yeah, me too.
The other thing is this will be the 25th state that Auburn football has played a game in program history. And that number just seemed low to me. I'm not going to lie to you. That seemed low.
Yeah, initially. But, I mean, you got to think North Dakota, South Dakota, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. You start getting up into the north,
right.
North Midwest, Northwest.
And Northeast.
Well, that's true, too. You're not
playing in Vermont or New Hampshire or Maine.
No. How great would that be? What if Auburn did like a 4-for-1 November series against Maine? And then once every 5 years, fans got a road trip up to the New England area in November.
In November, it's probably not great.
Okay.
But
maybe
I went in the summer once, I guess it was the summer before COVID, before we had kids. And it was awesome. We stayed up for a week. It was great.
I bet.
Leah's aunt and uncle used to live up there. We stayed with them. It was awesome.
Yeah.
If Auburn played Maine, you know what they could call it?
What?
The main event.
That is what it would be called. Yes.
Yeah.
It would be the
But we
main
spell
event.
it with an E on the end of it.
You must. Yes. I like that. I kind of want that to happen now.
It might happen in basketball.
The Tigers and the Black Bears. Yeah, but I want to go. I want to go. I want to go on the trip. I want to visit that part of the country. Maybe not
beautiful.
November.
November would be so cold.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fun.
But your conference schedule is going to be stacked in October.
You know where we stayed in Maine? Auburn.
Oh, really?
Auburn, Maine.
I was going to say Portland.
What are the odds of that?
Well, I mean, how many cities are there in Maine?
A lot of little townships. Is that what they call it?
I don't know.
Communities.
I have no Maine knowledge. I'm not an expert on Maine.
You know the capital of Maine?
Isn't it Portland?
Is it Portland?
Oh, I don't know. I should know that. That's embarrassing. I should know that. I should know my 50 state capitals. How many of the 50 state capitals?
I would have said Augusta. It is Augusta.
It is now, and that makes sense.
I would have said that.
Yep, I should have known that. It's just embarrassing.
What's the capital of Vermont?
Montpellier.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Let's stop that. I don't want to do any more of this game because I don't want to
one more.
I don't want to reveal one more.
Montana.
Oh, that's Helena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I knew that not
You wanna
because
do
I
one more?
watched
We good.
not because I watched Yellowstone. Missouri. What's Missouri?
Jefferson City?
Yes, very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Alaska.
Juneau.
Juneau.
Yeah.
Spelled. Remember, my mom would tell me it's spelled June AU, like your birthday month in
Right.
Auburn. And I'm like, oh, I've just remembered it ever since. Yeah. Is that it? Are we done?
I think probably so. I'm
out of gas.
Look, I feel like I'm out on a limb, and if we do any more of these state capitals, I'm gonna reveal how many that I don't know, and that's just embarrassing. I don't wanna do that.
The obscure ones are fine. That's just like a city. It's the ones that have like where the most well-known city is not the capital that's tricky, in my opinion.
That's true. Like, what about like Illinois?
Like Texas, for instance.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it should be Dallas. And it's
but
it's Austin, correct?
Yeah, it's Austin. How about Illinois? Do you know Illinois? That one trips people up from time because it's one of those like that. It's not
Chicago.
Right. We have educated people just pounding the dashboard of their vehicles right now. Just I can feel their frustration.
Is it Springfield?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
it is.
Great.
Yeah. Very good. See, that's why this is dangerous. This is that game where if you keep going, eventually you're just going to hit a wall.
Yeah, like I don't think I'm going to go 50 for 50, but I do think I'll go like 48 for 50 or maybe even 49, but it's that one. And then it's like, oh, these guys are idiots.
Yeah, that's the fear. That's the fear. I don't want to drop the shroud just yet, you know.
Right.
So
we got all the Oklahoma people watching this will tell us we're idiots. Like, let them do it.
They're going to do that anyway, though, and they have the right because their football team.
What's the capital of Oklahoma?
Because they haven't lost a game, Zach, since 2009.
What's Oklahoma's capital?
Oklahoma City is the capital of Oklahoma, and we're going to fly into there. It's going to be great.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, wonderful. Looking forward to it.
You flying in Friday?
Yeah, flying in Friday.
Great.
It's one of those
time to go. Is this your first time going to Norman?
It'll be the second. It'll be the first time for an athletic event.
You haven't gone for baseball yet?
Not yet.
We haven't played at Oklahoma yet in baseball?
Nope. And we don't this coming season either.
Really?
Yeah, they're here.
I feel like that's a shame.
I agree. I would like to go out there a little more.
Yeah.
So it's one of those states out in the middle part of the country where you can see all the borders at once. It's so flat, you can just see from one end of the state to the other. It's a good time.
All right. That's great. That's great. That does it for today's show.
It does. Thanks for watching, everybody. We do appreciate it. Remember, until next time, everyone has vices. Yes, they do. Everyone has vices. Make sure Village Vice is one of yours.